sick of buying disposable cameras. And oh my gosh, look at this new camera.
Oh man, that's a really nice camera.
That is a very nice camera, don't you think, guys? Yeah, you're right. That's a really nice camera.
That is a really
nice camera. My name is Jody, and I'm willing to pay $190.
My name is Brendan, and I'm only willing to pay $150 for the camera.
My name is Jordan, and I'm willing to pay $170.
My name's Bernard, and I'm only willing to pay $130.
Actual price of the camera is $150. Now that we know what everyone is willing to pay and what the actual price is, let's measure consumer surplus. Consumer surplus is defined as what you're willing to pay minus the actual price, or how happy you are in the end.
In this specific example, you can note that Jody was willing to pay $190, Jordan was willing to pay $170, Brendan was willing to pay $150, and Bernard was willing to pay $130. As you can note in this graph, each of the following prices are represented by what the consumers are willing to pay. Jody, $190, Jordan, $170, Brendan, $150, and Bernard, $130. The brown line shows what the actual price of the camera is.
To calculate consumer surplus, you take the area below the demand curve and above the price, as seen here in the orange.
To calculate consumer surplus for the specific example, you must subtract the price of the camera from what the consumer was willing to pay for each buyer. Jody's consumer surplus is equal to the difference between the $190 she was willing to pay and the price of the $150 the camera was actually worth. $190 minus $150 is equal to a consumer surplus of $40. For Jordan, you would do the same thing. $170, which she was willing to pay, minus the $150 of the actual camera is equal to a consumer surplus of $20. For Brendan, $150, which he was willing to pay, minus $150 for the camera is equal to a consumer surplus of $0. For Bernard, because his willing to pay price was $130 and that's lower than the price of the actual camera, he has no consumer surplus because he was not willing to buy it. And in the end, the total consumer surplus for the specific example is Jody's $40 consumer surplus, plus Jordan's $20 consumer surplus, plus Brendan's $0 consumer surplus, which is equal to a total consumer surplus of $60.
And lastly, how price affects consumer surplus. As price decreases, consumer surplus increases.